Have you ever watched someone get praised for work that wasn't actually better than yours, just louder or more obvious? If you're the one who's delivering results, solving problems, thinking 3 steps ahead, and your name still doesn't come up when opportunities happen, this video is for you. I'm Stacey Chazin, founder of the I Factor, and I help quiet professionals unlock their influence, impact, and income by leaning into the strengths they already have. This is episode 1 of my series, Career Visibility for Introverts, Influence Without Exhaustion. And today, I'll show you how to get noticed at work without icky self-promotion. All right, before we get tactical, I want to give you one reframe that changes everything for quieter professionals who keep getting overlooked. Visibility is not about being louder. Visibility is about being clearer. It's about making your impact easy to track, easy to understand, and easy to connect to what your leaders care about. Because people can't recognize what they can't see. And when your work happens quietly in the background, even when it's incredibly valuable, it can get lost in the noise of meetings, email threads, and whoever talks the most. So here's what we're going to do today. I'm going to walk you through a simple low drain system in 3 steps. It's designed for introverts, and it works without you having to feel salesy or performative. Let's go. All right, step 1, send a proof point update. This is one of the most introvert-friendly ways to become visible because it's factual, concise, and grounded in results. Once a week, you send a short message to your manager that follows this structure. What happened, why it matters, and what's next. That's it. This can be a Slack message, a short email, or a line in your one-on-one agenda. Here's an example. This week, I streamlined the onboarding handoff and reduced delays by 2 days. That helps us hit deadlines with less last-minute scramble. Next, I'm documenting the process so it's easier to repeat. Do you hear how clean that is? No hype, no spotlight seeking, no awkward, I just wanted to share. It's simply outcome, relevance, next step. When I coach clients inside the I Factor, my coaching program, this is one of the first shifts we make because it removes the emotional weight from visibility. You're not trying to sound impressive. You're simply being useful and clear. And the results are real. After a few weeks, managers start repeating your updates in leadership meetings. And opportunities start showing up because people finally have a clear picture of your value. Step 2, align your work to a priority your manager already has. This is where many introverts get stuck. You might share an update that's accurate, but it doesn't connect to what your leader is accountable for. So I want you to start using this sentence starter. To support our goal of X, I did Y, which resulted in Z. Here's an example. To support our goal of improving customer response time, I created a triage template that reduced back and forth by 30%. Now your manager doesn't have to connect the dots. You did it for them. That's not self-promotion, that's alignment. And here's the reason it works so well. Leaders reward people who help them hit goals. When you consistently connect your work to the team's priorities, you become the person who gets it. That's influence. And step 3 is the one that helps you at review time because it captures the influence people forget. Here it is, step 3. Track your decision trail. This one matters a lot for introverts because many of you influence quietly. You're the person who spots the risk early, you ask a question that changes the direction of a project, you propose a better option, maybe you prevent a mistake, then you move on. And because you move on, it never gets captured. So I want you to start tracking what I call your decision trail. Anytime you're thinking influenced direction on your team or in your organization, write it down. For example, I flagged a compliance risk in the vendor contract and proposed an alternative that avoided a delay. Or I clarified trade-offs between two approaches, which helped the team choose the faster path. Or maybe something like, I surfaced a stakeholder we were missing, preventing rework. That's leadership. That's impact. That's influence. And when performance review season hits, you're not scrambling to remember what you did. You're not trying to convince anyone that you're ready for a promotion. You're sharing a clear record of outcomes and influence. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but Stacey, I don't want to be the person constantly talking about myself. Good, neither do I. Don't be that person. Be the person who consistently communicates outcomes, decisions, and forward motion in a calm, credible way. That's what leaders trust. All right, let's make this practical. Let's turn it into something you can do in the next 10 minutes. Here's your Introvert Power Practice for this week. Open a note on your phone or a document on your computer and title it Visibility Vault. Create 3 sections: outcomes, decisions influenced, and feedback. Then take 5 minutes and add 1 bullet under each section from the past 2 weeks. 1 outcome you drove, 1 decision you influenced, and 1 piece of positive feedback you received. Anything from an email, a comment, a message. Then before the end of the week, send 1 proof point update to your manager. 3 lines. Outcome, why it matters, what's next. And if you want an extra challenge, use the alignment sentence. To support our goal of X. That's it. Quiet visibility, no performance, no personality shift, just clarity and consistency. I invite you to come back next week when the topic will be Visibility is in Volume, a simple visibility framework for introverted professionals. We'll build on what you learned today and make it even easier to be seen for your work without draining your energy. Subscribe below so you don't miss the next video, and click the link in the show notes for free leadership templates and tools I created to help quieter professionals like you find their voice and get the credit they deserve. Until next time, power on.